Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Hello, Angela. Ooh, where's that?
It's Sewer Oasis.
Ah. Good roofer needed at that bottom building. Needs a good roofer. The one at the bottom, the picture at the bottom. Morning, everyone. Just waiting for about, well, we've got about 30 people plus on the list. And so far we're up to 21. So we've got a few more people to hopefully join us. So if you could bear with us a few more minutes, just to give them the chance to log in and get to the shared screen. But for those of you who don't know me, my name's Margaret. I'm the manager at the Miles Morgan Travel Wales branch. That's in Somerset, because I know we've got some visitors from further north on this Zoom. And welcome to you. I'm just going to hold on because my screen has gone. Does everybody see the screen I can see? I think, Trevor, have you shared your screen, but now it's gone cloudy at the bottom?
Yeah, it has, yeah.
Strange. That's it. Oh.
I think, yeah.
Thank you. So just to those of you that are in already, just to let you know, the presentation will be about 30-35 minutes with time for questions at the end. If you wouldn't mind, if you've got a question and you want to sort of get in there quick, please put it in at the chat at the bottom and we can go through them towards the end of the presentation if we don't already answer the question throughout the presentation. It's 11:03. Hayley, are you happy for us to proceed with the guests we've got in so far?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've got 22, so about 20 excluding us too. So yeah, other people can join, so absolutely fine.
Thank you. Well, Miles can't be here in person, but he is here in poster presence. So I'm standing in for him today, so please bear with us. If you could mute your screens, that would be great. Mute your microphone rather. Leave your screens on if you wish to. I'm going to introduce you now to Hayley Morris, who's our account manager for Saga, all things Saga. Morning, Hayley.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, and today it's going to talk about one of my favourite destinations, the beautiful country of Croatia, and the great small ship that Saga feature. So Hayley, over to you if you want to get started. If everybody could just remember to mute, that would be great. Thank you.
Thanks, Margaret. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're keeping well. It's lovely to see so many people this morning. So as Margaret said, I'm here to tell you all about Croatia. So just bear with me 2 seconds while I share my screen. And then I will make the presentation larger. Takes a while to kick in, but we're nearly there. Okay, so you should see a full screen of a beautiful Mediterranean Sea there, or Adriatic, I guess this one is. So today I am talking all about Saga's small ship Croatia cruising. Now this is just a small proportion, I guess, of the Croatia offering that we do offer throughout our product range. And I think my mum and dad's always brought me up to say honesty is the best policy now. I was due to travel out to Croatia to do a small ship cruise in April of last year. And now we all know what happened of March last year. So unfortunately, I've never, one, been to Croatia, or two, been on a small ship. So I can't give first-hand experience, but what I can do is have the knowledge about Saga as the product, have the knowledge about our products, and what a great product this is and what a wonderful destination. Now I've been in travel for, wow, 21 years this year. So I've sold Croatia for many, many years, but I've never really delved into it massively. And putting this presentation together was really kind of eye-opening for me as well. I knew about our small ships, but the actual experience of Croatia, what a wonderful, beautiful country that it is. So that's me. If you ask any questions and I don't know them because I've not been, I will certainly find the answer. Hopefully I can answer all the questions that you may have. What I'm going to do is give you just a run through of Saga as a general company and what we can offer you. and then really delve into a couple of our most popular itineraries. One which has flights from Bristol, which is great for the customers of you that live down in the southwest. If you are from different areas of the country, I'm up north as well, I'm near Sheffield, and we have got regional flying on some of these itineraries. So if I do mention Bristol, there are other options as well. But what this presentation that I put together, I don't normally do it. I tend to have a lot of pictures and just prompts. This one is quite wordy, so apologies in that way. But what I don't want to do is forget to tell you anything. I don't want to miss out any key facts or destinations or anything that I really need to tell you. So this is quite wordy as a presentation, but I hope you still get a lot from this and take out what a wonderful product small ship Croatian cruising is on offering with Saga. Now, it is one of our top selling products as well. As we go through, I'll share which is the top selling itinerary, but over the last few weeks and even few months, we launched 2022. It feels like yesterday, but probably about 5-6 weeks ago now. It's obviously a product that people are wanting from the bookings that we saw. It really, really is an upcoming destination, has been for quite a few years now, but the small ship is an absolutely fantastic way to see this wonderful country. So I will move on to the next slide. So why book a Saga? Why travel with Saga? All of our tours, and that's not just Croatia, that is all of our tours around the world, have got the customers at the heart of everything that we do. What we want to do for you as a customer is take you on holiday and give you those most unforgettable memories and take you to the world's incredible destinations and something that you'll remember for a lifetime. Each of our tours includes excursions and visits and different kind of meals. Now, everything that I'm going to be talking about today is all inclusive, which is great, so you don't have to worry about the meals, but some of our tours have a variety of different meal options available. Good thing to know is price parity. Now, we work and I've done for many years with travel agents, the wonderful travel agents like Miles Morgan, and it is exactly the same price as booking direct with us as it is booking in a Miles Morgan store, so please do utilise your wonderful agents. This September, we celebrate our 70th year in creating holidays for the over 50s, and we are niche to the market in that all of our customers that travel with us have to be over 50. Now, there is a little bit of leniency that if you're a group of 4 and one is over 50, the rest can be over 40. Yes, we've been doing it for 70 years this year. We've got some great celebrations coming up, including a river cruise. We've got a celebratory ocean cruise later on in September, and we're also doing Jamboree down in Folkestone, where obviously everything started for Saga. And there's a lot of celebrations throughout Europe in our hotels as well. So I guess it should have been a bigger celebration that it should have been, but due to the pandemic, we're still going to be celebrating just in different kind of ways. Why else? You can book with confidence with Saga. Now, we introduced a coronavirus vaccination policy a few months ago now. We're the first UK tour operator to do so. There's a few cruise companies now that have introduced it as well for their UK cruising, but we were the first in the UK. We didn't take the decision lightly. This was done on surveys with our customers, and over 95% of those customers wanted the coronavirus vaccination policy bringing in, meaning every customer that travels with us has to have both their doses, basically. Now, like I said, the decision wasn't taken lightly at all, but what we wanted to do is give our customers peace of mind, knowing that if they've already had a holiday booked with us, that everyone around them would be vaccinated, but also customers that want that peace of mind are able to come on holiday with us at Saga and have that peace of mind. All of our tour managers, all of our cruise and hotel stay hosts will be trained in local guidance, and that even on the small ship cruising that I'm talking about today will be trained on the local guidance and regulations in relation to coronavirus. I mean, as we see in the press at the minute, all countries are all so different, and when we can get back traveling again, you can be reassured that everything will be operating in line with current local guidance and regulations. You can amend your holiday for free, so if you book before the 31st of August and for travel later in the year and you change your mind, you can amend your holiday for free up until the 31st of December this year. There are a few T's and C's around that, but that's just one other option. And just so you know, your money is 100% protected. We moved into a trust account. I can't even remember when we moved into a trust account. I'm going to feel it was late. Yes, it was. It was about September, October last year. So any holidays with flight inclusive, that have got flights involved in them, basically, your money is put straight into that trust account. So it's 100% financially protected. So you don't need to worry about that side of things either. Just to tell you what awards we've been winning. So late in 2020, we won the best singles holiday company, the best special interest. There's loads to go out, and I'm not going to brag, but these are voted for by customers as well, which makes it really, really special to us. So you can see how well we are doing out in the competitive market of tour operating. What makes us a little bit different? We do have to stand out from the crowd. There's some wonderful tour operators out there, but what makes us a little bit different? Here at Saga, we offer a price promise, and this is on every single one of our products, whether it's a river cruise or an ocean cruise. Does not matter how early you book, and we always say book early with us because you are never penalised for booking early. If we reduce the price of the holiday at a later date, we will automatically pass the value back to you. So you never pay more than anyone else. Everyone pays exactly the same. We have a no surge charge guarantee. So you know what's happening in the world at the minute as well. If prices increase, fuel prices, exchange rates, your price will not go up. It is locked in at that price you book it at. We have got nearly 70 years experience coming up in September, and all of our holidays are designed with you in mind. What do you want from a holiday that we can provide you? And this is how we have designed our tours and our holidays in our range. A good really point to make is on every single one of our prices you'll see in the brochure includes travel insurance. If you've got your own, that's absolutely fine. We will give you a reduction, and in the brochure it does tell you what that reduction is. But it's a really, really good travel insurance to, I guess, make note of. We cover for over 400 medical conditions. The price of the insurance is actually really reasonable. So for example, on a 7-night, say this one, it'll be about £23. So it's nothing overpriced either. But now we include coronavirus cover as well. And that's so if you take out the travel insurance, it gives you cover for coronavirus before you travel. So cancellation cover, treatment while you're away, and repatriation while you are away as well. So that is all included within that travel insurance. Our tour managers are available 24 hours a day, so you have got that peace of mind. Someone is always there for you. And we are that kind of old style tour operator. I remember going on holiday with my mum and dad years ago, nearly 40 years ago now. And there was always someone there for you. There's a representative always there. You had a welcome drink, you had a welcome meeting. That's the kind of tour operator we are. We are there with you 100% of the way. You can travel solo with us. So if you're a solo traveller, don't think this discounts you. We have a huge range of solo exclusive tours, holidays, and also these small ship have single cabins as well. Because they are small ship, we haven't got massive amount of cabins. So again, you do have to book early for a solo cabin. But yeah, please, it's about solo business equates about 20, did before coronavirus, about 20% of our business. Through coronavirus, it's risen to about 30%. So we are a very, very good tour operator for solo traveling. And we have got holidays to suit all your interests. If you like special interests, we have walking and cycling holidays. If you want an ocean cruise, we've got that. If you want a river cruise, so our product range is very extensive. What do we include? You've got the travel insurance, you've got an expert Saga tour manager, and that's just not someone random like me that's never been to Croatia before. And they will know about that destination. And I went to Spain September 2019, that was the last time I went away with Saga into northern Spain. And the representative there, she lived in that resort. She was wonderful. She was there 6 days a week. Even on a day off, she'd go into the hotel. She could tell you everything about that destination, take you off the beaten track, take you to those little tavernas where you can have the local culture. So that's what we want to provide to our customers, that kind of experience. You have excursions and visits, many meals are included. And again, on these ones, they are all inclusive for the small ship. Return flights and transfers, taxes, fees and charges at the airport, accommodation, as we specify. Porterage of luggage, so you don't have to worry about all your luggage as well. Tourist visa, you don't need for Croatia, but they are included if you go to a destination where you do need them. And on all long haul holidays, obviously we're not talking long haul today, we offer VIP door-to-door service on all long haul river cruises and chauffeur service on ocean cruises. And for a little extra, we can provide you with local flights, flight upgrades, business class, premium economy, that kind of thing, room upgrades and optional added on excursions as well where they are available. So we're talking about Croatia today. Like I said, as I delved into Croatia, I've sold it for many years and I know how beautiful it is. I've seen the pictures, but I didn't realise the culture that it had to go with it. So you've got the beautiful coastlines, you've got the wonderful, spectacular views, and some of the views. I had to put this picture in because when I came across it, this is Brack. Yes, it is Brack, the island of Brack. I was like, wow, look at the beautiful sand, the white sand, the beautiful seas. But you've got thousands of little islands. I just thought there was a few, but you've got so many little tiny islands that you can visit in Croatia. And it is one of Europe's best places to explore. There is so much to it. There is so much to see and do. There's different ways to see and do it. And we're talking about the small ships today. If you want to do a hotel stay, we also do those as well. If you want to do a land tour, that is another option also. But Croatia has something to suit everyone. Like I said, so whether you want to just sit in a hotel and relax, or you want to do a land tour, or you want to do one of these beautiful small ship cruising. Coastline is second to none. You've got the beautiful islands that you can discover on ship or foot, and that's part of the small ship cruising as well. You can visit Zagreb, which is the capital city. You've got Split, which is the second largest city in Croatia. The wonderful Dubrovnik, I guess that's the main place that everyone knows about. You've got the charming lakes, the rustic islands of Kokula, Rab, Brac, and many, many more. But yeah, it's what a beautiful country to explore. So we shall move on. Now, Coastal Collection. These are our small ship cruising. Now, in our touring range, we have 6 different varieties of tours. These range from classic tours to intrepid tours, to epic tours, to immersive tours. Coastal Collection is part of our 6 ranges of touring. These are small, intimate ships that can explore the wonderful coastlines of Croatia. You can take in the gorgeous scenery as you do cruise that coastline or out into the Adriatic Sea. But because they are so small, and the maximum they are is 36 passengers, so they are like a small yacht, and one of the ships actually has proper sails on it as well, so that's a wonderful experience. But you'll get to know other people that are on board, so it's a very sociable atmosphere. The service is second to none because you've only got maximum 36 passengers. The staff ratio is high, but you'll also get really intimate service as well. Because they are so small, they can get into places that you couldn't even dream of visiting by land or by foot. These are tiny islets and harbours along the way of the Croatian coastline. And you'll be able to reach the most smallest and inaccessible islands as well. So some of those 1,000 islands that I was on about previously, you wouldn't be able to reach if you was on land, but because we have these small ships, these are accessible to us in this beautiful region. I mean, you can see the photo from there. It's breathtaking views. I mean, it's very green, very rustic, and the Adriatic Sea is just absolutely stunning. So this is it's definitely Miles Morgan's top selling small ship cruising. When this launched a few weeks ago for 2022, we had so many customers book on this Bristol flight. So this one is flying from Bristol, and this price is relevant to Bristol. However, there are many regional flights. It flies into Pula, so we can get the regional flights. On the other ones, it's a little bit more difficult because they fly into Split or Dubrovnik, so it is a lot of London-based flying, but this one is particularly regional flying. It's 7 nights and it's all inclusive, and it leaves in at 1,079. Now, we start in April, and we still have got some available for 2021 as well, so if you are wanting to get away in 2021, we're not discounting that. We are still traveling. We're aiming to travel later on in 2021, but 2022, we start in April, and that's a leading price, but we have got May, September, October. The best time to travel to Croatia is summer months, but it's hot and it's dry, like it is the rest of the Mediterranean. So hence why we travel in April, because we start to travel in April because the temperatures are a little bit more, I guess, bearable. When you get to August, it can get quite intense. So this is based on the MV Dalmatia, and over the next slides, I will tell you a little bit more about the Dalmatia. But on this one, Croatian Island Explorer, you can see that you're going to be visiting the islands. You've got Kirk, you've got Rab, Lucinj and Krez, and I may point out my pronunciation. When I Googled these early to try and pronounce them, it came up as that you can't pronounce many of these Croatian islands and destinations. So I do apologize for my pronunciation, and some of them I will just breeze over and let you read it because I just can't pronounce them. But this, yeah, it does visit. You can love it all year round climate, but we do visit in the summer months. Beautiful natural breathtaking scenery. Historic heritage as well. I didn't realise how historic Croatia was until I really did some research. 4 fascinating islands in this one. And you've got the attractive Riviera resort of Opataja. Now, this used to be a very charming and fashionable resort in the 19th century where the only, I guess, the rich could visit or could afford. Now it's not so exclusive. It's more of a tourist resort, but very, very attractive Riviera resort of Opataja. In this one, you can see what you get included. So you've got a Cres Island visit and guided walk. You've got the Marley Lucinge Town guided walk. You've got a Rob Old Town guided walk. A Goli Otak, it's a short visit there, but it's an island visit. You've got Kirk Old Town guided walk. I can't pronounce that one, but you've got a winery tour and it looks wonderful. And you've got an Opataja guided walk as well. In this, you get 7 nights on board the ship, and these ships are reserved exclusively for Saga guests. Now, we don't own these ships, so we charter them, but you will get a Saga tour manager included on board. You get included travel insurance if you do want it, free bar, which is for 11 hours a day, so all your drinks are included. Now, I did some research, and I guess it's easy to say what a pint of draft beer would be. And you're looking around, if we're basing it in Dubrovnik, you're looking about £4.60 per pint. If you did a mid-range restaurant, a nice meal for 2, it's about £77. So you can see how good value this really is with it being all-inclusive. Got your Saga tour manager, local wines, beers, soft drinks with lunch and dinner as well. You've got a full waiter service, return flights and transfers. You can get a wonderful welcome drinks reception. You can get to meet everyone on board. Evening entertainment 3 nights per week. On the other nights, it's either moored up or you can just do your own thing, and your porterage is included on board the ship as well. Now, I must point out, with there being small ships, what you do get included is local produce. So when you go onto these small ships, and I guess when you go to any destination, be open-minded with the full food culture. I mean, I've read some reviews online, not massively about, I guess, our product, but more about the eating on board small ships, that it wasn't English or they couldn't get back bacon. It's not going to be like that. It is going to be locally produced food. But if you have a food, I guess, request, then do let the staff on board know. They will cater to your needs. The MV Dalmatia is, you can see the deck plan there. You've got the lower deck, the main deck, and the upper deck, which is the sun deck. So exclusive for our guests, so it is all Saga guests on board, so you will get that Saga feel. Built in 2011, caters for 32 passengers, this one. So it provides a really friendly, welcome atmosphere. It's a 3-star ship. You've got the sun deck on the upper deck, and you can enjoy the spectacular scenery. There's a large restaurant and saloon on board, and there is opportunities to eat al fresco as well, if the weather permitting, but generally the weather is good when we travel to Croatia, so you should be fine. The free bar is open from 11 AM to 10 PM, so a good range of hours. You've got local alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks. Cabins, 19 traditional and compact air-conditioned cabins, air-conditioned, thank goodness. They're located on the main and lower decks. They've got a safe, they've got a hairdryer, WC wash basin, shower cubicle, and ensuite. The cabins on the main deck are accessed from the outside, so you can see, I guess, where that gentleman is on the photo, and the upper one as well. That's all accessed from a promenade. On the lower decks, your access is from inside the ship, and they have portholes. So if you don't want that small porthole, you need to be looking for the upper decks. Beds can be configured into either twins or doubles, and the cabin sizes do vary. And like I said, we do have a small selection of single cabins available on board as well. As I've just said, the dining is prepared by obviously a chef, and a wonderful chef at that, but is using locally sourced ingredients. So the restaurant is located on the upper deck, beautiful views, and like I said, you can eat al fresco, and up there you can, it's a great place to catch up with fellow guests and a very, very sociable atmosphere. The breakfast on board are buffet, hot and cold, lunch, and then dinner from a set menu. And you can have the option of dining al fresco, weather permitting. So let's go on to the Island Explorer, and where do we go? So day 1, you fly to Pula from Bristol or your chosen airport. You transfer to the port of Rabat and to board your ship, the MV Dalmatia. Then you would depart for Cres, which is formerly part of the Marley Lucinge until the Romans dug a channel to separate them. Beautiful forests, olive trees, you've got vineyards, and it's home to the rare griffon vulture. I know what a vulture is, but I did Google this earlier because I am just a nosy person. And it's huge, huge vulture, but very, very rare. So that's where you may get a sighting of that rare griffon vulture. You visit the harbour, you've got the Roman ruins of the town, and then you've got a walking tour. And then after that, back to the ship for a welcome drink and your evening meal. Day 2. We go from Cres to Lucinge. So after breakfast, you will sail onto the island of Lucinge and join your guided walking tour of the town. You also get to visit the garden of the fine scents. But Lucinge is just 20 miles long and a really, really petite 2 miles at the widest point. So it's a small, small island. So you should be able to get a good feel and exploration around that small island. Day 3, you go from Lucinge onto Susak, onto Rab. So you cruise to Susak, which is a small island famous for its yellow sandy beaches, and many of the beaches in Croatia are very, very sandy. And then you'll continue onto the island of Rab, where you will moor overnight. But the island of Rab is enriched with ancient walls. It's got 4 church bells towers, but beautiful, beautiful landscapes that you will encounter on the island of Rab. But because it moors overnight, you've got time to explore as well, so you can get off the ship and do your own thing after your evening meal. Day 4 in Rab, you will join a walking tour of the medieval town. You can admire the Venetian architecture, and I didn't realise how Venetian it actually was. The culture, it goes way, way back to the 16th century, I think I read. So a lot of hidden depth culture all around Croatia. So after lunch, you can take the optional island sightseeing tour of Rab and discover the unique and authentic side of this beautiful island. Day 5, we go Rab. I can't pronounce that second, and I'm not going to try. Second destination, and then on to Kirk. This morning, you will have lunch on board, and then you'll do a short visit to the island that I can't pronounce, and then a brief visit to the Goli Otak Island, which I mentioned earlier. So it will be quite brief, but you'll still get to see it. And then you'll continue on to the wonderful island and the largest island in the Adriatic Sea, which is Kirk. Now, Kirk is 157 square miles long. It's called the Golden Island because I think it's got a lot of corn there. I think they produce a lot of food with the corn, but also because of the golden beaches, beautiful Mediterranean blue sea. It's got the Mediterranean greenery as well. Charming towns within Kirk and known for its wine and water sports. So it sounds absolutely beautiful. So after breakfast on day 6, you will join a walking tour of the old town. Then you'll transfer coach to Verbnik, I think is how you pronounce that one of the most famous Croatian villages. So you get a tour of the family-run winery and taste the local wine. This is my kind of excursion. Then you get to cruise to the Opataja Riviera on the mainland, beautiful, luxurious villages, and it's a popular spa resort of Opataja, was very, very favourite in past with royals, artists, politicians, so the more affluent, and obviously now it's more of a tourist resort, but you can discover more about its wonderful past and history on the guided walking tour on day 6. Day 7, you go from Opataja to Rabac. So you can take the optional bus tour to the Istrian Peninsula on the boat trip to the national park. 14 islands are home to many rare plants and animals. There is an optional excursion, which includes a visit to the ancient Roman amphitheatre, which you can see on the left-hand side of the screen. Then you return to the ship. And unfortunately, this is time for the captain's farewell dinner, but your ship does moor overnight in Rabac. So there is options to explore that area. So day 8, you go from Rabac, fly to Pula, transfer to the airport for your UK flight, or if you prefer and you do want to extend your stay in Croatia, there is options on this one to extend your stay in Lovran. It's a village and municipality in the Kotar County of Croatia, situated in the eastern Istria, but post-holiday extensions is available on a half-board basis at the Park Hotel, which is it's locally rated 4-star. We rate it a 3Q. In the town of Lovran, and that's the actual hotel, that blue building on the left-hand side of your screen. So onto the Dalmatian Island Explorer now. I'm just going to read a review. The review is that it's 10 out of 10 rated on review. Revo, sorry. I think we're mixing two words into one there. This is from a single traveller, so this is a nice introduction of this Dalmatian island explorer. Excellent tour. I did not know what to expect as I've not been to Croatia before. Was very surprised by the comfortable accommodation aboard the boat, and I was very impressed by the service of the crew, the quality of the meals and the tour guide. The scenery is stunning and all our stops were in beautiful surroundings accompanied by lovely weather. Overall, I found this to be a very enjoyable holiday, excellent value for money, and would recommend it. I think that's a really great overview of the whole experience of small ship cruising. You get the beautiful quality of the meals, you've got the tour guide, which takes you where you need to be, wonderful surroundings, great weather, and value for money. And here at Saga, that's what we want to provide our customers with. We've got a wonderful range of products, but we want to provide you with those memories to last a lifetime, but great value for money included as well. So onto the Dalmatian Island Explorer. This is all inclusive as well, leads in at £1,099. We have got savings on all of our cruise at the minute for £200 per person. Flights tend to be from London on this one. They may be able to get some regional flights, but some of them aren't being released, and airlines are changing a lot of their schedules, so it is safer to book from London at the minute. But this is sailing the Croatia's captivating coast of the Adriatic Sea. You've got 1,000 islands all along the pine groves. You've got the flowers and the herbs. Vintage style ship, which is reserved exclusively for Saga guests. But on this one, we have 3 different ships doing the same itinerary, just different way round. So I'll go through the different ships you can do on this particular itinerary, but the itinerary just may be a little bit different on the MV Nautilus does the same as the first one that I will show you, but just the opposite way round. And then we've got the third option of a ship, which does a very, very similar itinerary. So there are 3 different ships. So I guess this one, it depends on which ship you maybe prefer and the way round you want to do it. The excursions and visits, you get Corcula, which apparently is Marco Polo's birthplace. Obviously, that's not confirmed, but it is known that it was his birthplace. You can enjoy views of the Makarska Riviera. You've got the ancient Split. You've got the wonderful island of Hvar. We started doing this as a hotel stay a couple of years ago now. Croatia's sunniest island, it looks wonderful. You can sail the wonderful channel between Brac and Salta. You've got the Miljet Island visit, and then you've got cruising close to the Alafiti Islands and a wonderful Dubrovnik city tour included. So it's 7 nights, like I said, and this is MV Fantasia or Nautilus. There is another ship as well, which I'll go into, which does this itinerary, but like I said, just different way around. So you get exactly the same included, but you will just see it from a different perspective. Included travel insurance, 7 nights on board the ships. You've got a free bar for 11 hours a day again. Saga tour manager, as usual, all your local wines, beers, soft drinks, waiter service, welcome drink, porterage, and your return flights and transfers. And just to touch on, if you do decide to do an extension in Croatia, the transfers will be included for you as well. So you don't have to worry about getting from the ship to the hotel if you decide to do an extension out there. So Dalmatian Island Explorer, I'll do the itinerary first, then we'll go through the ships, and I've got a feeling this will run, I said it, I'd only be about 30-35 minutes, but I can go on a little bit. So not too much longer now, but we'll just touch on the itinerary first and then the ships, and then we'll start wrapping things up. So UK to Dubrovnik, you can fly to the historic Dubrovnik, you embark your ship in the afternoon, and then your voyage begins as you sail north along the stunning Dubrovnik Riviera. You visit the peaceful island of Sipan, which is part of the Alafiti Islands, and you moor overnight in Slano on the mainland. So again, you've got a chance to explore at night time. Day 2, we go Sipan to Corcula. You cruise past the wonderful peninsula that I can't pronounce, where you can view the vineyards, fruit trees, and you get to journey to the island of Corcula. You berth overnight in the main town, also, which is called Corcula, and you tend to find this a lot in Croatia. The town is called the same as the actual destination, which is believed to be the birthplace of Marco Polo, which I've mentioned. Day 3, Corcula to Makarska and then Pukiska. Your cruise continues to Makarska, then you sail to Pukiska on the island of Brac, which is the 3rd largest island on the Adriatic coast. It's famed for its stone and masonry. The stone has been used for centuries to build palaces, the wonderful cathedrals across the Dalmatia and overseas too, in places like Italy. Day 4, Pasica to Split. So you continue your voyage north, going to Split, which is Croatia's second biggest city in the Dalmatian region. It lies on the eastern shore of the Adriatic and huge, huge history of the Venetian period. Here you can visit the UNESCO World Heritage Site, which is one of the most impressive Roman ruins in existence. And you do get a guided walking tour of Split, where you will see that. Day 5 sees you cruise south on day 5 to Hvar, so you go from Split to Hvar, crossing the Hvar Channel and sailing through the narrow passage that separates the islands of Brac and Salta. Stunning views of the two islands and from your ship, and then you dock in Hvar, where you enjoy a brief walking tour, brief but beautiful. Day 6 is Hvar to Milnje. I think that's how you pronounce that one again. So you'll cruise further south along the Adriatic coast for a guided visit. Much of the island apparently is carpeted with forest, very green, sprinkled with fields, vineyards, small villages. So it is really green in this area. Western part is National Park. And within the two parks are saltwater lakes. Again, I'm not going to pronounce those ones, but there are 2 saltwater lakes in that park. Day 7 is Milnje to Dubrovnik. So in the morning, you will set sail for your final port of call, the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Dubrovnik. You will pass the Elefiti Islands of Kolosep, Lepud and Sipan en route, and more within sight of the impressive medieval walls which surround the wonderful city that is Dubrovnik. You've got a guided walking tour around the historic streets as well included here. Fortunately, day 8, it's time to disembark and back to the UK. But again, you can do a post-holiday extension. You can have 7 nights on the Dubrovnik Riviera, all inclusive again. So you get all inclusive on your ship, all inclusive in the hotel at the Hotel Astria in Milne. So it's got great views across the Adriatic, this one. Very ideal if you're looking for a little bit of relaxation after your cruise. All inclusive is exclusive to Saga guests as well. So there will be other guests from other tour operators in that hotel, but you will be the only people that will be all inclusive. So the ships that you can do it on, they're all reserved exclusive for Saga. So you've got the MV Fantasia, built in 2015. Again, you've got outdoor seating area, indoor room, bar, top deck with hot tub. So there's got a few more amenities on this one than the previous one on the Croatian Island Explorer. You've got the free bar, 19 air-conditioned cabins located on the upper, main and lower decks. En suites, shower cubicle, WC, everything that you need. Cabins vary in size, but the average size on here is 18 square meters. Open plan dining room is located on the main deck. You've got large panoramic windows, which creates the wonderful views as you are sailing in natural light. Buffet style breakfast as normal, lunch and dinner, where you can enjoy the set menu and alfresco dining. Then we've got the Nautilus, which is a brand new ship, 2019, probably not done a lot of cruising because of coronavirus, but very intimate yacht, 19 cabins again, air conditioned.
Hayley, if you can hear me, I think the presentation has stopped. Hayley? Apologies, everyone, if you've got the same problem that I've got. I can't see Hayley at all. All right, it's not just me then. Okay. see if I could get hold of her. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, if you can still hear me and see me, if you just give me a wave or a nod, lovely. Okay, but you can't see Hayley, is that correct? Right, okay, so the problem is at her end. I've just got somebody working on that, see if she can get back in. I think we were 2/3 of the way there, but the only things I was going to highlight towards the end of the presentation, which hopefully we'll still get, was I did a bit of an exercise as well as to regards value for money, because the lead-in price from Bristol of 1079 per person compares really well with, I looked at TUI, EasyJet and Jet2 for a similar source of holiday, but obviously on a stay-put basis. You're coming in at anything between £900 and £1,000 each. And that didn't include insurance or all the excursions that you would get on the small ship cruising. So from that point of view, I was very impressed with the how it's value for money and how it compares. The small ships is what appeals to me, the less than 40 passengers. I myself have got my own holiday booked for next June on a small ship. So, you know, I'm confident in the product that it delivers exactly what you're looking for, with the protection of Saga and all the sort of peace of mind guarantees that are in place in these COVID times. Basically, it does feel like we're never going to get out the other side, especially if you work in the travel industry. It's quite challenging at the moment. The insurance that is included is optional. You don't have to take it if you've got your own policy, but from past experience helping clients who sadly may have had to cancel for their reasons rather than COVID, the Saga insurance system works very, very well. It makes their life so much easier. Very little form filling, just a form for the doctor if it's medical reasons. So I've found very positive feedback if you take the Saga insurance. You are of course free to take your own, or if you've already got an existing policy attached to your bank account perhaps. It's quite a unique destination, the UNESCO World Heritage Sites, that you really wouldn't get a chance to see if you have just a land-based holiday. You could do a certain amount of them, but you really wouldn't get to see some of these beautiful tiny little islands in the archipelago. Oh, I've just had a message come up. Is there an upper age limit for insurance? I can't find an upper age limit. I'm pretty sure there isn't, as long as you're not traveling against doctor's advice. So obviously you're fit and well and to travel, because on these particular ships, there is a certain level of, a reasonable amount of fitness level is required, because the tour excursions may include walking on uneven ground, and when ships berth side by side, when you're on a moving ship getting off into a tender, you've got this sort of movement to contend with. So I've even got a company that say they cover people up to 110. I'd love to still be traveling at 110. Don't think I will be, but you never know. So I'll take that with Hayley when and if she comes back. As I was going back, the reasonable level of fitness will cover, let's have a look, there's ladders to negotiate. I knew there was something else I hadn't mentioned. So the you've got to manage your expectations and be aware of these things. You're on a moving ship, and therefore flat footwear or often bare feet is the way to go, which sounds crazy for a cruise, but yeah, it's the safest way for you not to sort of move and fall. What else was I going to say? Bristol departures. I do believe we've got somebody on the Zoom today that perhaps Manchester is a closer airport for them. Oh, excuse me. Just take this call. Hi, Mandy. No, still just me. She's trying to get back in. Okay, all right, so there's a possibility. Oh, thank you. Thank you, bye. Well, that's my technical support. And they say Hayley's trying to get back in. She must have had a failure of the Wi-Fi at her end, because we're all still here. So where was I? Yeah, the small ships, Bristol departures, Manchester departures, value for money. Quite a unique destination. And bless her, she's trying her best to pronounce those Croatian words. Having been to the destination 3 or 4 times now in my travel career, I rarely go back to places twice, never mind 3 times. So to have experienced Split, Dubrovnik, they do feel like you're in a film set, and then you see programs like Game of Thrones, they're filmed there, so you can see why you feel like you're in a film set. Split has got to be my favorite though. It's a bit smaller, more manageable, beautiful, picturesque cobbled streets. Comes alive in the evening as well, as in it's so beautifully lit. It's got Diocletian's Roman palace, and that is again just an awesome Roman architecture, and you can't believe that people are still living within the walls of a Roman palace, but they are. There's a couple of nice small but very smart boutique hotels there, so I'd recommend those. Also recommend having I can see she's trying to connect. Recommend having a cruise and then a stay to really get the benefit of a 14-night holiday. I do believe we welcome back Hayley. I was nearly run out there. I was just going to start Croatian pronunciation lessons. Why? So it's Opatia, and Dalmatian.
I mean, but still no way if I'm pronouncing them right, so apologies everyone.
Okay.
But
welcome back. I'll hand back to Hayley, and thank you very much for your patience, everybody.
Sorry everyone, I don't know what went wrong then. I just saw you'd all disappeared, so I was frightful because you'd all gone. So
I thought it was me.
Now I can't find the presentation. Where are you? There you are. Couldn't see for looking then. Shall be a second. So I don't exactly know where I left you, Margaret. Where did sort of
Dalmatian discovery, and we were just talking about the ship called the Fantasia.
For about probably a few minutes after that. So yeah. Okay. 1 second. So we've done the Fantasia, I believe. So I'll go on to the Nautilus. So MV Nautilus is pretty much the same stats. You've got 19 cabins on there, a little bit different decor, was built in 2019 as well. Sophisticated but intimate yacht. And this is a yacht, this is not one with the sails on. You've got the dining room, the bar, the sun deck, your hot tub on this one as well. Your free bar is open 11 hours a day. In the cabins, all air conditioning again, and they are located on the upper main and lower decks. Safe hairdryer en suite as standard. The main deck cabins are accessed from the inside of the ship by one hallway. Cabins 11 to 13 are accessed from the main deck. Cabin 1 located on the upper deck and cabin 2 on the main deck are accessed from the outside of the ship. So this ship is a little bit different. Picture windows in all the upper and main deck cabins, and lower deck cabins have the portholes. On this ship, the dining, it's always a special occasion, and we have had it reported back. Variety of wonderful locally produced dishes and sourced ingredients, and is served in a dining room which is on the upper deck. Breakfast is hot and cold buffet style dishes, and then lunch and dinner you'll enjoy the set menus. But this is, I guess, more because it is new. She's hardly probably had any passengers on really, because of the coronavirus. She probably had one season, which runs 6 months. So she is still very, very new to the fleet. And then lastly, but on the, sorry, Nautilus, which I should have said, this does the same as the Fantasia, but just the opposite way round. So you'll just see things from a different aspect because you are doing it the opposite way round to the Fantasia. MV Maritimo, again, it's the same itinerary, but a different ship. Built in 2017, sophisticated and intimate as always, state-of-the-art equipment and board. Large contemporary indoor lounge area on this one, dining room and bar, as well as outdoor seating, a large sun deck with sun loungers and hot tub. Free bar is 11 hours a day. Still all 19 air-conditioned cabins. Main and or lower decks have a safe, hairdryer en suite as standard. On this one, cabins 1 to 8 and 12 to 19 are accessed from the inside, and cabins 9 to 11 are from the outside. Cabin sizes vary on this one as well. Cabins located on the lower deck have the portholes, and if you're on the main deck, you've got the windows. So again, it depends what you want from that experience. And dining on the Maritimo is located on the upper deck. Open plan dining, has a wonderful, friendly atmosphere. And again, buffet style breakfast, hot and cold dishes, and lunch and dinner will be a set menu. If you are looking for something else outside of those two itineraries that I've gone through, there are some other options, but I didn't want to go into too much detail today. I'm confused. So they're the two main ones that we do, but there are a few others. You've got the Adriatic Coastal Explorer, which is on the MV Amarina. Again, all inclusive. This is one of our top performers as well. You cruise the breathtaking at Croatian islands, as you do on the other ones. You've got the stunning scenery and architecture, including the town of Croatia, which we've not visited on the other ones. This town boasts wonderful, masterful architecture, and I did Google it again before this presentation. It is absolutely incredible, dating back more than 2,000 years, so it's really got that historical feel to it. On this one, you'll also visit Split Riviera and the Palace in Split as well. Then we've got the voyage along the Croatian coast, which is on the MV My Way, so all inclusive. Oh, sorry, on the MV Amarina, which I didn't point out, that as the before, it's a sailboat, so a really different kind of experience on that ship. This one, you get to see the wonderful white cliffs and waterfalls from Telesica to the waterfalls of Krka. Small ship will take you past some of the Dalmatian's most beautiful scenery, visits traditional Venetian towns, including Zadar and Troja. Again, that went on the others, and visits the second largest city in Croatia, which is Split. But MV My Way, this is just about the ship, which is from the wonderful Joanne Johnson, who works at Saga, who created this holiday. She says it's a unique and stylish ship taking you on an adventure exclusively designed just for you. On this one, you can add Makarska Riviera as a post-holiday extension, which is all inclusive. So if you've done your 7-night cruise again, you can stop in Makarska Riviera. And then there's the brand new one, which we've added for 2022. This is the Dalmatian Discovery, which is a new coastal tour, which is all inclusive again for 7 nights on the MV Provenica, I think, Providenka is how you pronounce it. Still not got that one down the news ship. Marvel at the Red Rigs and Azure Waters. You've got the beautiful seas of the Adriatic. You've got walking tours at Split. You've got the Starry Grand and the medieval heart of Sibernek. So again, this is different kind of itinerary to the others that we've gone through. The ship again is just for Saga guests. Built in 2014, but refurbished in 2019. So it's had a nice refurbishment. Stylish ship, which is maximum 36 passengers on board here as well. You get your travel insurance. You've got all your return flights and your drinks included. But in your excursions, you've got Split. You've got the walking tour of Starry Grand. You've got a guided tour of Viz, Sibernek City Tour, and a Troja walking tour. So you've still got all those excursions and visits included. This is our latest escorted tour brochure where all these are featured and many, many more. It is an e-brochure at the moment. We've not been producing physical brochures throughout the pandemic, but we are getting back to that. We've got a new cruise brochure coming out next week, in fact, and then we'll be producing hard copies of brochures from September. But if you do want to look through this brochure, your Miles Morgan travel agent can send it you via email, or you can pop into store and go through it with them then. Our other brochures that are in the range, we have many, many, many brochures. We've got the World Travellers World Collection, which is all the tours, the Europe Mediterranean, which features our stay holidays as well. Our boutique cruises, if you don't know about our beautiful ocean cruises, they are available throughout 2021 and 2022. We are back sailing from Sunday as of this Sunday. River cruising, we've still got some available for later in 2021, and we are available for bookings for 2022. UK and Ireland, plenty of holidays in 2021 that are available. And then just at the bottom, you will see different, I guess, these are our special interest brochures. This is not all we do. This is just a small selection. I think there's about 8 or 10 in the collection. But just to give you a feel of the special interest, we've got a walking and cycling holidays brochure, a Christmas brochure, art appreciation. You'll have archaeology as well. And we are bringing out some new cultural odyssey tours, which launch at the end of August. So keep your eyes out for that. So we have an extensive product range. They're all available if you want to view them through your Miles Morgan travel agent. And just, I guess, as a send-off, I've got a short video to play you of, I guess, what Saga's been doing through the pandemic, and it's just a nice video to end on. But just to let you know, if you do book any small ship Croatia cruise with your Miles Morgan travel agent up until the 4th of July, we will give you a wonderful case of wine to get you in the mood for your wonderful Croatia small ship cruise. And this is the video. I will leave you. Thank you for listening today. We're ready when you are to explore your next holiday with us. I'm going to hand back to Margaret now to finish off the presentation. But thank you very much, and apologies for the technical glitch nearly at the end there. But I'm glad you held on in there for me and got to see the rest of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Hayley. And again, thanks to you for joining us today and to be with us today. I have covered what I had saved up for the end, but there is a couple of questions. If you could confirm for me, Hayley, I'm pretty sure there isn't an upper age limit to the Saga insurance. I couldn't find anything about it, but could you confirm that?
No, it's personal circumstances really. So we can insure if you are 105 and still able to travel, that's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine.
As long as they're not traveling against medical advice. Okay, and then
right.
obviously we will have to do screening.
We will do a full, the travel insurance is ascertained by the medical conditions and the screening, so we will do a full screening, so it is on provision of the medical screening, but yeah, there's no upper age limit, absolutely not.
Lovely. And a question from my side of things, actually, you not have much to spend on board, but what is the currency on board? Is it euros, kuna or pounds?
It's kuna, the main legal tender. I mean, you can,
not much to buy.
Knowledge, you can take euros, but the legal tender is kuna. It's about 8.7 to 1 of our pounds at the minute.
Yeah.
So it's quite hard to work out, but I don't think there's going to be maybe optional excursions, but you can pay for that, I guess.
It's very much additional spend, and perhaps if there is.
Yeah, I guess it's going to be more when you're out and about that you may pop for water or something like that. Yeah.
Lovely. I'll just see if we've got any more questions in the chat. No, I think that was the upper age limit, and everybody was still there.
Thanks for holding in.
So while you were away, Hayley, I just covered about the value for money aspect and the comparisons I'd done earlier on it. This has proved to be a very popular product within Miles Morgan in general, because I know when you went on sale at first, you nearly sold out almost immediately. So obviously I want to encourage you to book for 2022, because it's small ships, therefore lower availability, and if you want the Bristol or the local flights, then get in quick, because prices are going to rise. It's inevitable, I'm afraid, and I think that's where what we will find when the new brochures come out in September, because travel has had such a tough 18 months really. But it's great to see some positivity. It's great to see people traveling. We've got many bookings for 2022 with the Saga, covering all sorts of products. I've been on one of your cruise ships as well, and was just blown away by the quality of the food. So I'd just like to say thank you very much, Hayley, for joining us. Thanks for persevering and coming back and not leaving me on my own.
Sorry.
So much appreciated.
Technology. Thank you for everyone. Nice to see everyone.
Thank you. If there's any further questions, please contact your local Miles Morgan branch. I'm here in Wales. I'd welcome any phone calls if I can assist with anything. So thank you very much, everybody, and have a good day. Enjoy the sunshine.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.